Now. Good afternoon. My name is Sachin Gupta, and I am from AMS BridgeBlue. Right. Today, I have with me Ms Ritu Sharma, who is the Regional Recruitment Advisor South Asia for Victoria University, Melbourne. Ritu, thank you so much for taking your time and joining me here on this video.
Thank you so much, Sachin, for giving us a brilliant opportunity to showcase the university.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Ritu, one chief reason for doing this today is I was looking at, I came across a very peculiar thing about Victoria University, which I thought is very useful to be shared with students and their parents alike. So, I read about this block model for undergraduate courses at Victoria University. So, if you could please share with us what is this block model about, what does it mean, and the entire strategy and thought process around it.
Yeah, so block model is something which is very, very unique for Victoria University. And the thought process, as I think it's important to understand why we at all got it. The thought process behind is mainly because it's undergraduate students who are from international destinations, and considering India as our key market, most of the students are 17, 18-year age group. And while they are struggling with international education, a new curriculum, a new climate, a new environment altogether, study is the last thing they should struggle with, which is why block model has been enforced with the first year undergrad students, where unlike other universities and unlike traditional kind of thought process, in Australia, 1 year is broken into 2 semesters, and each semester has 4 units. So now at VU, it's the same process. We have 2 semesters a year. But what is different with us, and we are the only Australian university to be following this model, is that each semester is broken into 4 equal blocks.
Okay.
So the student studies 1 unit at a time. So while other universities, they will study the 4 units from day one itself. At Victoria University, they will study the first unit in the first block, give the examination, finish that unit, get into unit 2, followed by unit 3, followed by unit 4. So what this actually does is that the child is concentrating on 1 unit at a time, and obviously has more time to understand the concepts better. And then once 1 unit is done, you are concentrating on the second, third, and so on. So it gives you a lot of breathing space to concentrate, obviously, on your studies, your part-time jobs, and you are more kind of adjusting to the whole education system of Australia.
Okay. So let's break this up more nicely. Now, in a year in Australia, there are 2 semesters, and every year a student is required to study 8 units. Correct?
Yes, absolutely.
8 units in the entire 1 year. Okay.
Yes.
Now, how is it with how is it generally? For example, how is it in a normal case in any other institution? How will the student study those 8 units throughout the year? How will the student study?
So, for instance, there is unit A, B, C, and D. Let's name the units to kind of understand it better. 1 year is broken into 2 semesters. So 4 units and 4 units. That's the first division. But in semester 1, all 4 A, B, C, D units will start off from day 1. So today I have unit A lecture, unit B lecture, unit C lecture, and D lecture, for instance.
Correct.
And over these 6 months, I will have multiple deadlines for assignments, my exams, the way it happens in India, traditionally.
Correct.
In our class 12, we have 5 subjects, and all 5 subjects are taught simultaneously. But at VU, while you are taught unit 1, you are not concentrating on the other 3 units. You finish off unit 1 and then you get off on unit 2. So it's a lot of breathing space for student. You can concentrate better, and obviously your scores. So what we've seen at the university is that the scores have increased. The distinctions and high distinctions have improved drastically because the students are now able to concentrate better on every single unit.
So that means instead of studying on a day-to-day basis, for example, instead of studying all the 4 subjects, right? Let's for the sake of clarity, take units as subjects. Conventionally, a student studies all the 4 subjects every day the class is held. Whatever day the class is held. In case of BU, Melbourne, and for undergrad courses specifically, it is a different way, which you guys call it as a block model, whereby a student studies one unit, one subject at a time.
Yes, absolutely.
So
So you are able to, yeah. So obviously you are able to concentrate better.
correct.
And so one more thing is that the classes are not on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
They are alternate days. So
Mm-hmm.
you have a lot of time within the week itself
Mm-hmm.
to, obviously, all the students are studying, they are doing their part-time jobs, and they are doing their own household stuff as well. So it gives them a lot of breathing space in between, and they are not juggling with multiple assignments and multiple group works as well. So they are concentrating on one thing at a time.
Okay. Okay. But I have a question here, and this is more from a student's perspective. For example, conventionally, in the first semester, a student is required to pass all the 4 units, which he is taught every day, for example. So, for example, if there are classes 5 days a week, he is taught all the 4 subjects, every day for 5 days in a week. Okay.
Yeah,
Now, in this case, in block module, he will be taught one subject per day. One subject until, so it will be, the curriculum is unit wise. He finishes unit 1, he passes the unit, moves on to unit 2, he passes the unit, moves on to unit 3, and so on and so forth. Correct?
absolutely.
Right,
Absolutely.
right. So that means he has to. So it is a more focused and a balanced approach in terms of making the
Absolutely.
student, learn the subject, learn the nuances, understand his curriculum, pace himself in a better way, because the moment a student lands, in Australia, a lot of factors hit him. He starts to feel homesick the moment he lands. He starts to miss his parents. There's no one immediately to fall back on and answer whatever questions, whatever issues come up. He has to do a lot of things. He or she has to do a lot of things himself herself. And on top of that, add to that the burden of studying, right? So this, I'm sure, eases out at least, paces the curriculum.
Absolutely. And also what is different is that while every college, so all courses are kind of attached to a college. It can
Mm-hmm.
be College of Engineering, Business, Health, whatever. We
Mm-hmm.
have a college of block model as well, like an undergrad college. So
Okay.
all of these students are very well taken care of as a separate college entity as well.
Okay.
So every student per unit will be assigned to one lecturer. So,
Okay.
you have more accessibility to that particular course tutor,
Mm-hmm.
and you can raise your queries, you have time to build a rapport. When all 4 units are going simultaneously, it doesn't leave you with a lot of time to kind of concentrate on things. Here you are concentrating on one particular thing and then moving on. Also,
Right.
the classes are not 5 days a week, they are 4 days a week,
Correct.
compulsory.
Correct.
So there is another, there's a lot of time which the student can have for self-study and other activities which he wants to kind of pursue. Because at an undergrad level, it is very important to network. It is very important to concentrate simultaneously on the part-time jobs as well, because
Mm-hmm.
that eventually will lead to the full-time jobs.
Correct. So, what all courses specifically, all the undergrad, yes, it pretty much clarifies, but still, what all courses specifically are there which are taught under this block model?
So all of our undergrad courses, we are gradually moving the block model to our masters as well, which will be done by 2021. But
Okay.
undergrad, we offer all the health programs, which includes nursing, biomedical science, osteopathy, psychology.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we offer business. So
Mm-hmm.
business would involve marketing, supply chain, accounting, finance, hospitality, all
Mm-hmm.
of these programs as well.
Mm-hmm.
Then IT, we
Mm-hmm.
have specializations in IT as well,
Okay.
engineering
Uh-huh.
and mechanical, civil, electrical, all the engineering range of programs. So
Mm-hmm.
pretty much a wide range of programs which Victoria University offers at an undergrad level.
All right. And all these courses that you just said, and at which all campuses?
So we have 8 campuses in Melbourne, a fairly large university.
Mm-hmm.
The business courses and all of our diploma programs are taught in the absolute heart of the city, which we call Flinders campus, the City
Mm-hmm.
Flinders campus, which is the absolute center of Melbourne.
Melbourne, yeah.
And engineering, IT are taught 15 minutes away from the center of Melbourne in our Footscray Park campus.
Mm-hmm.
The health programs are in St. Albans, which is another 20-25 minutes, but in the western part of Melbourne, where
Mm-hmm.
all the hospitals and daycare centers are.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the key strength of Victoria University is prime location where most of our courses are taught,
Mm-hmm.
because all the jobs are truly dependent on the area where you are studying,
Mm-hmm.
because the closer you are to the center, the more accessible you are to all the job opportunities.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Ritu, and this goes to the discussion which we were having a couple of days before. Now, students, the North Indian students, especially the students from Punjab, now there is a lot of demand for diploma courses, but along with the demand, there's a lot of apprehension also that as far as diploma courses are concerned, the packet courses are concerned, the approval rate with the universities and then further the visa approval rate with the Department of Home Affairs is not good, you know. So, can you please share in your experience how has been, what kind of diploma program does you offer, and in your opinion, how has been the success rate as far as visa approvals are concerned with Department of Home Affairs? What have you noticed with you?
Yeah. So the diplomas which we offer are in nursing,
Mhm.
IT,
Mhm.
engineering, and business. So these are the 4 diploma programs. Obviously, the diploma has to lead to a bachelor's. It's a
Mhm.
pathway to bachelor's program.
Mhm.
The visa approval rate, I would say, in my opinion, has been fairly good.
Mhm.
Uh, I think what is important to understand is uh, how can you present a well explained application to the High Commission so that they are convinced of your motivation to study. So,
Mhm.
majorly for students from India,
Mhm.
a diploma program is offered only if the entry requirements are not met.
The direct entry
So,
requirements are not met. The direct
exactly.
battle is not met. Right.
Exactly. So
Uh,
as long as the student explains that in the SOP,
mhm.
I don't think the university has any issues or the High Commission has any issues.
Mhm.
Uh, so our success rate has been really high, which is why we've not stopped diplomas or bachelors or any of the entries for that matter. As
Mhm.
long as the package is explained well in the application and the students are aware of the benefits which comes out of the diploma. So for instance, a diploma class is much smaller than
Mhm.
a regular bachelor's program.
True.
So the class size for diploma cannot exceed more than 20 students.
Right.
which obviously means that as an Indian student, we have more and better hand holding,
Mm-hmm.
which unfortunately we don't have in our home country.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, it is obviously a pathway to bachelor's. It is not a standalone, qualification in itself. So
Yeah.
the progression is something which the students should be aware of.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the fact that, for example, diploma of IT leading to bachelor's of information technology.
Mm-hmm.
What is the further specialization student is looking at in bachelor's of IT? Because
Mm-hmm.
that's the ultimate kind of area which he wants to get into. The
Mm-hmm.
student must explain that in the SOP. And as long as that is well explained, visa should never be a problem. I
Correct.
don't think so.
Correct, correct. So, as a provider, why am I saying this again is because, North Indian market, especially Punjab, there is a lot of misinformation, there is a lot of fear amongst the students and their parents that diplomas should not be opted for, pathways should not be opted for because either the university would not approve the admission or even if they do, the High Commission looks at the pathway application negatively. So, whereas in reality, this is not so, pathways specifically as far as BU Melbourne is concerned, pathways are being promoted. If a student, now who would go into a pathway? Ideally, a student who is not eligible to enter into a bachelor's program directly, but wants to study in Australia, has the finances, has the level of English, right, has the right kind of motivation, has the motivation to study out of the country and then is able to put forth in front of first the university, then DHA, Department of Affairs, as to why have we chosen the pathway program, why have we chosen a diploma leading to a bachelor's degree, right?
Yeah, I think diploma is not an issue as long as the intent is visible in the application.
Correct,
And obviously, it is well explained in the SOP as well. I
correct,
think the question arises when the student or the agent does not explain the intent in the application itself.
correct,
So
correct.
I think my strong recommendation would be have a look, have kind of read, go through the SOP
Mhm.
and understand why you are going for a diploma. Obviously, the university cannot offer you a bachelor's, which is why the pathway is a diploma, but it is not, rather than treating it as a pathway, treat it as a step forward to move to the bachelor's because there are benefits in the diploma as well. It's
Correct.
a way class size, there is a lot of hand holding, there is additional English which is taught in a diploma as well. Plus, at BU, we have scholarships for diploma leading to bachelor's as well. So you score 70% in the diploma and you get a $2,000 scholarship when you progress to your bachelor study. So
Mhm.
there are a lot of benefits which you get in a diploma as long as the High Commission or the university for that matter can see it in the application. There is no reason why anybody will refuse it. And we've had success stories to share.
Correct, 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 correct. Correct. One thing which I want to talk about again, and you just said it before, is the intent. If a student is able to demonstrate his or her intent to study diploma leading to a bachelor's, right? Instead of, so there's a way to put across things. One way is to say that I'm not eligible for bachelor's. I'm not eligible for direct entry into bachelor's. That's the reason I'm going to a diploma. The second way to put forth this point is rather than showcasing the weakness or the weakness of not being able to enter into battle directly, rather than that, showcase the benefits of studying a diploma also, which could be a smaller class size, more hands-on support from the institution, probably a lesser fees as compared to a direct bachelor degree first year. If a student is able to demonstrate, put forth the strengths of why have we chosen master program diploma into a bachelor degree, I think, and the only way to show that intent is to write a good statement of purpose, SOP, a good SOP, which is rather the only key to having a successful outcome as far as institution or the DHA is concerned. Because that's the only way you can tell the university or the high commission as to why do you actually want to study a particular program, why do you want to study in Australia, why the particular institution. So a statement of purpose plays a huge role.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you have explained it very well. As I mentioned, it is not, obviously it's a pathway to bachelor's, but it is how you portray it. It is a stepping stone. It's like a way up, uh, leading to bachelor's. So, there are a lot of benefits in diploma which the student has to highlight. And
Yeah.
obviously the only way is the SOP.
SOP, right. But do another thing, now that so as always, the fascination to study in Melbourne or Sydney is always there. You cannot take it away from students. Now, why we view Melbourne? So if you can share with us some USPs as to, and these whatever you're going to say could also be a content for a statement of purpose, because that is what you guys as an institution or the DHA wants to understand from a student as to why Victoria University, Melbourne.
So definitely, as I mentioned about the undergrad study, the first big USP is the block model. There's a huge amount of investment which has gone in at the university end, because the university, to be able to teach in a block model, has to rewrite all the models, because the class size can't be 20, more than 20.
Correct.
Which also means that the classes have to be shrunk. All the lecture theatres and everything had to be rebuilt at the university to be able to accommodate this kind of a structure. So undergrad, definitely it's the block model, which no other Australian university offers. So that is something which is the key strength for the university. For the wider university, we are a top 2% university globally in terms of our global rankings. For some of the subject rankings, because obviously they make bigger difference, in terms of Victoria as a state, Melbourne, we are rated number 2 in the Department of IT and number 3 in the Department of Engineering. And obviously that's something which is huge in demand from India, especially North India. So IT and engineering are rated number 2 and number 3 respectively for in the state of Victoria. The other strong departments, I think, are obviously the Department of Health. So nursing, biomedical science, Masters of Public Health is very common and very famous from North India region. The courses are taught. The health department has very strong tie-ups. Also, what is very important to understand is what are the kind of developments happening in Melbourne. So a lot of, there's an underground train being constructed, which means a lot of job openings in the future coming up for civil engineering and project management students. That's a very, very strong department with us. There is a hospital which is being constructed at Footscray Park, which is one of our biggest campus, just besides campus. So a lot of demand for health and again engineering, which will come up in the near future. Business school is taught, the department is in the center of Melbourne, which is the hub, which has all the job opportunities. It's bang opposite the Flinders station. So the location in itself is very, very helpful for business students to be able to network and find part-time followed by full-time jobs. So all of these plus obviously we do offer scholarships, and from July 2020 onwards we will offer scholarships for diploma, undergrad and master's students as well. So in terms of tuition fees, BU is one of the most affordable universities in Melbourne. So with scholarship being added, obviously the tuition fees kind of reduces. And I think the key strength for VU is the support and the facilities which VU offers for its international students, and a block model is a key indicator for that,
Right.
because what is very important for us is student success.
Right.
The,
Right.
the more employable they are in the market, the more successful we are as a university.
Correct. And now uh, it is absolutely important for a student and for the university alike to achieve the one goal, which is how to make a student employable, how to make a student job ready. So I'm sure this block model helps a student focus on his curriculum, pace himself or herself in a better way, right, rather than a conventional teaching model. So, for all the students or parents who are listening to us on this video, you know, why Victoria University Melbourne? Why should you study in Australia? Why should you study in Melbourne at all? So I'm sure you will be able to take out some references from this video and be successful with your application. So Ritu, thank you so much for your time today, right? And before we go off, we having AMS BridgeBlue India is having its first study abroad expo on 19th of January, Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. at the JW Marriott, and Victoria University Melbourne is participating in that event. So any student who would want to have their profile assessed, meet us, meet Victoria University. I will be sharing the link to register for the event beneath this video. So come over, let's have a chat, and then let's see how can we help you in realizing your dream to study in Australia. Thank you so much, Ritu. Thanks again, and I hope to see you soon.